All right, people are coming, but let's give a little bit more time for everybody to join. I think we can have another minute and then we will start. All right, I think we are set. Hello, and welcome to the GISMA Applied Sciences School Introduction webinar. We have a good number of participants. That's amazing. We are really excited to host you today. And thank you for your interest you have shown to the session. We will cover everything you need to know about GISMA, how this is a great school in Germany, and accredited by higher learning commissions, and how it is the best place to study for your students. And actually, we are so lucky to hear and listen those in detail today from a seasoned professional who herself was a student in Germany, studied one of the valuable universities, and now the best person to tell us about GISMA. Priya, thank you for joining and agreeing on hosting the session.
Thank you, Guru, for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to talking to everyone here on board, and thank you for joining to understand a little more about GISMA, and we are really, really excited to take you through the journey.
That sounds amazing. So I'm your community manager for GISMA. Whatever questions you have in mind, you can reach out to me. And for creating digital campaigns to reach out to your students or to make them understand more on GISMA or any other email marketing efforts and social media projects, I'm your person. And I think without further ado, we can start, Priya.
Thank you. Welcome to GISMA Business School and GISMA University of Applied Sciences. Maybe I will go back to the first slide and try to tell you about. So GISMA Business School is actually a registered entity under which GISMA University of Applied Sciences was founded, and in 2020, late 2020, where we brought in a lot of undergraduate and postgraduate programs as part of recognized degree programs in Germany. So while you might not see a logo of University of Applied Sciences yet, but we are an approved university, and we host programs which are bachelor's, postgraduate, and MBA programs under this portfolio. GISMA University of Applied Sciences is based, the university is located in Potsdam. And we, of course, have the GISMA Business School, which you have been hearing about for so many years. And we continue to have it in Berlin campus, Hamburg, and Hanover. And we will tell you a little about where all these are located. The London campus is only for our internal training purposes. We can maybe quickly have go through a video from our president of academics and how forthcoming he is about the education that we bring on board for you all.
Okay, sounds exciting.
My name is Stefan Stein. I'm the president of GISMA University.
GISMA is really a great university. I think the staffs are super nice. Classmates are very friendly and helpful, and the professors as well. They're very competent to teach us the right things and to also help us and guide us in the way that we would like to be guided.
GISMA is a very diverse place. We have students,
I think
professors,
service. And the video.
Yeah, I think it's more on you. We want to more from learn from you, Priya, on that end, because it's just like keep phasing and perhaps better for you to take it through. I'm switching.
All right. Okay. So we hope we are able to show you the video later, and I definitely wanted you to know how young in his outlook is our president of academics, and how he brings in so much vibrancy and so much excitement to the whole education system, which has been developed at the GISMA University of Applied Sciences. We bring in a lot of technology into our everyday learning, because we all know sometimes education and studies can be really boring, and our students tend to attend all classes and they don't bunk our classes. We have brought in things like this Vanguard education. Basically, this is a technology which allows a student who attends our classes in person, or a student who attends our classes through an online setup. Probably they are still waiting for their visas in home countries, and they are able to have the same look and feel of a classroom setup, what they would actually see in person. So when a student is able to come out of their online classes and really join in person face-to-face classes, there is really no difference. This Vanguard education system basically brings in a lot of technology into the classroom setup. We have a lot of cameras enabled, which makes the whole learning experience really exciting. Maybe
That
we can
sounds
move to the other
amazing,
side.
Priya. But we actually have many campuses that our students can come and receive courses. But while we are in the perhaps in the phase of getting our visa or some other mishaps on the road, our students also can join from and actually
Yes,
get the benefits
yes.
of those classes. But
In
to
fact,
my
this was.
knowledge,
Hmm.
they actually enjoy those classes if even if they are in the campus area in the Germany, right?
Yes, they do, because our classes are smart classes, and we will discuss a little more about it. And this was introduced during the Corona times, when students were not able to get their visas or travel. And having introduced this, was the important thing was to encourage students to have more and more attendance and attend the classes to see what is really being delivered. And I think this has been really helpful. Our students are a lot more engaged after bringing in technology into their learning platform, because old education system is fast dissolving, right?
It's true, ever-changing environment. So
Yes,
I'm jumping to the GISMA University of Applied Sciences benefits.
absolutely excited to share this information on this slide. These are some of our unique selling propositions, which GISMA University of Applied Sciences brings on the table for you all. The first and foremost, I want to talk about this AMBA accreditation. This is only 2% of the world's elite business schools actually end up having an accreditation like that. So that should tell you that it is not an easy accreditation. You need to pass a lot of barriers, lot of entry criteria to be part, even to be featured on that list. Uh, we have two of our courses, our global MBA program, which is our signature program. It is an AMBA accredited program. And we also have the university, in the Kingston University, we have MSc International Business Management, which is also AMBA accredited. That is a one particular program offered at the Hanover campus for all our students. Um, Throughout our learning, throughout our content that we are trying to produce for our students, we are trying to make a very innovative content. We bring in a lot of technology so that the learning is a delightful experience and not boring for our students. We try to bring in a lot of international students into the picture. At any point of time, the student cohort is around 50 plus nationalities at any point of time. And you can see here, if we include the people, the back-end people, the people who are working alongside with these students, we are around 90 plus nationalities at working together. So that is a really highly international environment and very exciting. GISMA also GISMA as a mindset of the people that we work, and including our academic president, Dr. Stefan Stein. We are really entrepreneurial in our thinking, and that makes the whole journey so exciting every day. It is a new day every day for all our students and for us. And we also have, we have hackathons that students are conducting. We also have students who have become entrepreneurs and have set up their companies now in Germany. And we have great partnerships with the corporate world here. We also have a recent setup of the Tesla Gigafactory at the Potsdam, near the Potsdam campus. And in the recent visits by the ministers and officials from the Tesla factory, they spoke about how happy they were with the quality of students which GISMA is shaping up, and how positive they were about creating internships and jobs for our students. And interestingly, Tesla Gigafactory alone is going to be raising around 9,000 jobs in the next 2 years' time. So we are really excited to be at this time of the whole growth of Germany, to be part of, an important spot close to the corporate hub.
That's a really good insight coming from the sector itself.
Yeah. So these are few of our locations. We started with the Berlin GISMA Business School, which is on the Berlin campus. Here is where we offer the GISMA language programs for students who are interested to come into Germany through the language program route. This is where they need to apply. For students looking at an undergraduate or a postgraduate degree with us, they can apply to the GISMA University of Applied Sciences. This is a university which is based in the Potsdam campus. Between Berlin and Potsdam, we are really closely located. As you can see on the map, it is not even it's an hour's ride from both the cities. They are like twin cities and not very far from each other. Potsdam is a silent version of the whole setup, and Berlin is a vibrant part of the city. So students can either stay in Potsdam and attend their classes and work in Berlin, or vice versa. So there are, students enjoy both sides of the coins. And we also have, of course, the Hamburg University, where we have the Kingston University courses being offered, where we have the MSc International Business Management I spoke about. And that program is an AMBA accredited program. And we have the Hanover campus, where we offer the GISMA language programs for everyone. So this is a little about the reviews that we received after we started this campus. And the whole campus is a very sustainable building. And this was really welcomed very warmly by the ministry, by the state officials. And because this campus has been set up in the middle of a big corporate hub of Potsdam, and that makes, gives a lot of hope for our students who are graduating out of business management courses or technology courses, and to be sure to be able to get internships while they are studying, and also to be able to get a job after they have successfully accomplished their courses. That's how our beautiful building looks like. This is our campus. This campus can host up to 2,500 students at any given point of time. We still have a lot of space to bring in more and more students, and we urge you to encourage your students to consider Germany as a destination for their higher studies. That's how the campus looks like. And as you can see, that is Professor Stefan Stein. He's our academic professor. He's an academic lead. He's the president for academics, and he personally also delivers classes. That is something I must talk about in Germany, that every person within the academic team actually goes and teaches the students. There is no bureaucracy within our education system, within GISMA. And in fact, most of the learning environment has been designed personally designed by all the academic team. And I must also say that it is not easy to become a professor in a university of applied sciences within Germany. There are a number of impediments, a number of tests and submissions that you have to make to make sure that the government approves you to be a professor. So it is not an easy task to be a professor, and we have many professors on our portfolio.
And to my knowledge, many good professors.
Yes, you are right. And very interestingly, most of our professors, I would say no two professors are from one nationality. They are all from different nationalities, and they also bring a lot of internationalism. And in a recent graduation ceremony that we conducted last year, we had 5 professors awarded the professorship during the graduation ceremony. And we understood what is the kind of effort they need to put in to become an accredited, like to become an approved professor and get the professorship title in Germany. Because you not only can apply, you don't only apply to the university to get that job, but you need to apply to the government of, let's say, Brandenburg. In this case, Potsdam is part of the Brandenburg state. And for you to be able to get that professorship, you have to give interviews, you have to present your thesis and everything to the state academic team. So it is not easy, and that is why I really feel proud to have such kind of professors on our panel who are taking students through an really interesting learning curve.
Very true. So professors should be accredited by German government to be a professor, and not
Yes.
only professors, but also institutions and universities should be accredited as well. And we here see that GISMA has many accreditation. Would you want to talk more on those?
Yes, I'll be more than excited to talk about this. So other than what you see on the screen right now, we ongoingly have an internal audits. We continuously have a quarterly, a 6-month internal audits, which continuously happen. A FIBA accreditation is something we are now due for next month, and we are really gearing up for that. These audits actually help us to continuously be innovative in our approach to learning and to the teaching for students. And we are continuously upgrading our content, the learning content as well. We are trying to brainstorm with teachers, with students together, with student representatives. We try to understand what would it take to make the learning a whole new delightful process. And we continuously bring in that new thing into our learning programs. And that's what makes GISMA really different from any of the other universities I have personally seen. I moved into Germany as a student myself, and I can't start to tell you how proud I feel to be associated with a university like this, who brings student learning as the first criteria for every other decision we take within the system, for anything within the whole system. This is a report that when FIBA had done its audit a year or 2 back, and this is what they spoke about, how professional they felt the whole organization and the university's operations were. And FIBA is actually a federation of International Business Association accreditation. This is for European, it's a European accreditation only for universities in the German-speaking countries, which is DACH region, which is Germany, Czechoslovakia, and Austria.
How often do you have these accreditations at university?
So all of these accreditations are timed differently. Some happen once every 2 years, some happen once every year. So that is something which is an external part that we definitely have to make sure that we come out with flying colors. But more than this, we also have our internal audits that we continuously have to revamp everything we are doing and rethink our strategies to make sure to bring about an interesting experience for the students in the classes.
Yeah, especially tailorized thing that we provide for students and joiners.
Yes. So this is the interesting part of what I'm going to be talking today. So the 2 courses that you see in gray are the courses that we started with a few years ago. And within the last 1 year, so when we started University of Applied Sciences in late 2020, we started with only these 2 programs, International Business Management and Data Science AI Digital Business. This is one of our highest stakes, and this was a huge success. But however, we realized that Germany is undergoing a huge skill shortage. And after a lot of market research and after a lot of student surveys and market surveys and everything, we came up with more courses which were designed over the period of last 2 years. During the corona times, we were really preparing to come back stronger into the market, and we brought these courses that you see in green. These are brand new programs which were launched earlier last year, and they are successfully running already with us. So this is a very interesting part. And I must also tell you that because of because we are not going to stop at anything, we are an entrepreneurial company overall. So we are already working on a lot more programs, and probably the screen might not be enough for the next presentation that we do. We are bringing in a lot more programs before the end of the year. And also, interestingly, we will very soon be offering a dual degree program as part of the GISMA portfolio. So when we talk about a dual degree program, that means there would be 2 universities which will give you a degree program. You could be doing 1 year with one university, the other year with another university, but it will all be on our Potsdam campus. But I will let the surprise take its toll when we introduce it officially and launch it.
That sounds so exciting, Priya. So to my understanding, GISMA is creating and developing its courses and programs according to sector needs and skill shortages of not only Germany, but international usage. Always developing, always ever changing, and actually putting extra value to the both to the sector and to the students themselves.
Yes. And in fact, when the student learns these courses and is able to get a job in the same field, they automatically serve the skill shortage that the country is currently experiencing. We are looking at around 700,000 people shortage as of this year. And so our programs directly relate to that skill shortage, because of which these programs were also approved very fast by the Senate. Not just because of what the program name is, but also because of the content that we have brought forward in these programs. So when we deliver, let's say, a BSc Computer Science program, then we actually have a computer science expert from the field who has become a professor with us, and he is teaching that. So these are not just theoretical programs, these are a lot practical based, and there's a lot of industry intervention also. We do have tie-ups with companies like SAP, where we have experts coming in and actually taking classes for our students and talking about the skills that would be required for them to explore their careers and in technical fields overall.
Wow, students must be really lucky to receive those kind of sessions and availabilities through GISMA.
Yes.
And those are master programs that we are seeing right now.
These are our master programs. Yes, what you're looking at. We also have the Global MBA, which I spoke about, is AMBA accredited. It is our signature program. And trust me, it is not easy to get this MBA program. In like any other private university, you really have to struggle hard to be part of this whole batch. We have selected people who join this program, and other than the accreditation part, you need to also have certain number of years of experience to join this program. Without working experience, you cannot be part of this program. And if you notice that the programs that we have in the undergraduate programs are also a part of your master's programs. So basically, we are allowing a student to go down deep dive into these programs in their final program, master's programs, and understand the whole thing in a further greater detail. Programs like cybersecurity, which is big now, and things like logistics is also really big, is one of the newest hot takers. We have these are the hot programs students prefer to have a robust career here in Germany.
That sounds amazing.
So these are some of our key program facts. I have, of course, not included the pricing, which will be always a thought that all our partners would be keen to know about. So pricing, we will discuss on a later time, and we will, of course, be sharing with you. And I would urge you to reach out to your business developers from your region. If you have a challenge reaching out or you don't know who to reach out to, You have my email address here. Please reach out to us and let us know. And we will be glad to inform you about all the pricing which is being brought in. We already had a very interesting pricing in place for until 30th of March this year, with the regional discounts for some of the regions like CIS, Latin America, and all that. But the new pricing, which is going to be introduced from the 31st of March, is a lot more exciting. It is, if I give you a sneak peek about that pricing, which is still a surprise and it is still tucked away from all of you. It is basically any student who is willing to pay the full fees, for example. So it depends on how much the student is ready to pay for the whole year as a fees. If the student is ready to pay a full year fees upfront, he gets a maximum discount, which is up to 33%. And of course, if there is a student from a certain region where there is a regional discount applicable, and which is higher than this 33%, then the higher discount will be applicable. So the whole program, the whole pricing and whole scholarship has been introduced in such a huge way and big way in GISMA at this point of time, to make sure every student worldwide studying with us feels he's getting what he needs as a quality of education, and also that he feels that he's getting the necessary discount, probably which he was not getting earlier. And our bachelor's programs last for 36 months for 3-year programs. We also have a foundation year program, sometimes introduced or given to a student. It can range from 6 months to 12 months. A foundation program, unlike other private universities, you cannot choose. It is something that will be given to you by the academic team based on the test that you have taken. And and it awards you around 180 ECTS credits. And in a master's program, we have different durations of our master's program. We have a 12-month master's program, which is a year-long program. And this, you will be given a year-long program only if you have certain number of years of experience, or you have done a 4-year of undergraduate program. So then you are eligible for a 12-month category of program. But if you do not have any experience, but you want to do masters and you have completed an undergraduate program somewhere in the world, you can join us with a 24-month master's program. For our MBA, like I said, it is not going to be easy for you to do MBA with us. We are very selective with the students who join us for our MBA program. It is a 12-month program. It's an AMBA accredited program offered at the Potsdam campus. And we require minimum of 3 years of relevant working experience to even apply for this.
Actually, I wouldn't like to interrupt you, Priya, but while we're on the point, we have a question coming from Nivedita and asking about the difference of international MSc, MBA, and global MBA.
So we only have one MBA program, which is global MBA program, which is an AMBA accredited program.
That sounds amazing. I think, but Nivedita, if you have any further questions about this global MBA of GISMA school, please feel free to raise it from Q&A, and we can continue.
Yeah. I'm very sure there will be questions around our programs. If you reach out to us directly, or your respective business developer from your region, if you are aware who it is, we will be able to send you brochures for you to have a look at, and you can see the exact content of the whole program. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have more questions, we will answer all those at the end of the session as well.
Yes.
For the moment of the hard flex teaching and learning at GISMA, Priya, actually excites us another point that we are really happy to introduce with GISMA. Please tell us more on that.
So like I said, we bring in a lot of technology and a lot of innovation into our learning experience. We have, of course, you can access classes and have the same look and feel as you would be there in real life, in real person, as a person attending the classroom, a lecture. We also have a media library, and I will show you in the upcoming slides, we will discuss about it, that how so many books from so many years ago in Germany have now been digitalized, and we have an access given to the students, they can use it the way they would like it. And I will discuss a little more about it. So we have a huge, robust library where students can access for their further studies and for their researches. We have hands-on laboratories. When we say hands-on labs, this is basically for computer engineering. For example, we have a complete Mac-enabled classroom where we have many uh, Mac iMacs, and where students can study on that. And none of the classrooms are boring in terms of we have a lot of engagement through industrial visits, case studies, and there are a lot of course, digital libraries available for students who have, for example, missed their classes. They are able to go online on our internal platform that we have created. On that, they can go and visit their classes, redo their classes, rehear it. If they prefer just an audio, it could be an audio. If they want an audio visual, it can be an audio visual. So the whole journey has been made around students learning curve, and everything we do is to enhance that and help them enjoy the learning process. So these are some of our smart classes, and so when you enter a classroom like this, you could be sitting on your seat as a student, and without it's a wireless technology, of course, and it is expected in the new age. But yes, a student could be presenting on the common screen, which is in front of the class, sitting on his desk and without any wires. So, and there is also a sophisticated sound technology here in place for the students. So that makes the whole experience for a virtual experience for a student who is probably attending a class from his home country and not yet in Germany. Usually, because Corona showed us that there was either a student who is stuck in his home country, not able to travel back because of the restrictions worldwide, or there was a student waiting to get started in Germany but was not able to get his visa and he could do it online. So we wanted to create, even for the virtual experience, a delightful learning experience. So, and I think it has really helped, and that is why our students are really motivated and happy to attend our classes.
This is a really visionary step forward to the future, actually, because GISMA has that kind of a point of view that you can either be mobile, either you can study hybrid, or you can work and study. And plus, even now you can have the opportunity to join to classes from your hometown if you have that kind of a problem, as Priya suggested, with the visas and everything. But mainly, I think having smart classrooms is just visionary, because right now technology is building up to something else, and enabling the students from that point onwards with the technology, with smart classes, is a huge advantage for students to actually use their time differently in both Germany or both any other place, wherever they are in the whole wide world.
True, absolutely true.
Wow, studying the way you use Spotify. That is something really interesting, and I don't believe that many institutions or universities have under their umbrella. I see some library pictures coming from way, way back, and now it's transforming to something else with the technology and with the availability that GISMA provides to students. Please tell us more about that.
Sure. So through this slide, we are just trying to tell you how libraries looked in 1771. They have not looked any different in 2021 also. But in 2021, GISMA launched its online library with million books on there and so many more books. And the whole experience of learning through a platform like this is that student can learn at his own pace. They could stop a learning. They could, these are all recorded sessions. If somebody has missed a class, they can go back to the class, record, repeat, record, and rehear it, maybe do an audiovisual, and they can also download multiple books at a time. They can download, just like Spotify, right? You can download certain amount of songs in one go, and if you are a member, then you can download more. So it is something similar, and this is a platform that we have created for students, so that because today's student is like we call them millennials, centennials, right? They like technology to learn it like this because they don't have time to actually sit in a library, and they could be maybe doing their extra studies en route to the university, en route to their office, to their internships, you know. So we have made the whole, and the important part about this platform that we have created is that a student can access information about what is being taught in the classroom from any of the any device. They could do it from their laptops, they could do it from their mobiles, they could do it from their iPads, and they could be doing it on the go. So that's the best part about this technology that we have brought into the student life.
Sounds amazing.
So like I spoke about, you know, what all we do. So the whole intention with our students, the biggest intention that we really work with our students is to make them employable. An important part of employability is not just helping them to get a job, but to skill them up, you know, to skill up, help them probably just go and do some internships, look for jobs on their own, work on their CVs. We work with the students on all of these things. And about employability, our students are so engaged and so excited through the whole learning curve that many students have actually become entrepreneurs right now. So I have students who have started a cloud kitchen, and they deliver packed food for anybody visiting the campus, which could be students, which could be teachers, which could be probably just guests coming in today. And they have tied up with different households around Potsdam, and food gets delivered to the campus at affordable prices. So this is just an example of something I'm saying, but we do a lot of these hackathons, and students are a lot of these activities are student led. But because of our strategic location in Potsdam, students, we have a very robust internship options available because of the corporate hub around our university. And like I said about Tesla, there are many more you know, companies who are coming up in a big way. We also do these case studies with these companies. We have live case studies which are happening with SAP professionals, with Deloitte, and the whole learning curve has become really, really exciting for our students. So this is something like an intellectual property that GISMA has started, and we have, as part of the GISMA Think, this is something like every Thursday or every once or 2 weeks, we have an industry expert. He could be somebody from, let's say, the ministry, or they could be somebody from the corporate world. They could, you know, they come and talk to our students and talk about what does it take for them to grow their career, grow their skill set, how can they be more employable. And we continuously have these programs. They happen on a very, very regular basis. This is something that you can follow. If you have students already studying with us, please encourage them to participate in this. And these are interesting programs, and many students have been actually able to get their internships promised to them during such events, because this is a huge networking platform when you get to meet corporate leaders who want to come and, you know, who want to pay it forward for with their experiences and share it with our students. So this is something we are doing in a big way, and we are very proud of it.
From my experience, I know that having alumni system for schools is really important, but this is a whole other step for students to just in the meaning of the word itself, hosting the professionals in their campus and having the ability to talk to them and ask their questions and approach to them. This is automatically creating a kind of a network for them to be applied or be employed to a job, a prospective job in the future, or to grow their knowledge on the subjects that they want to be a professional of, or have the meanings of contact with the sector leaders, having the ideas and visions that they have built the sector on. So this is actually really
Absolutely.
good point that you raised, Priya.
And actually,
This is
because you
wonderful.
raised alumni, I want to mention that at our GISMA Think programs, we also have our very well placed alumni who join us and also come for these talks. They are also part of this whole show.
So the GISMA journey never ends, huh?
Yes.
Even
Yes.
after the graduation. Perfect.
Yes. This is just an example of what all we do. This is a TCS Data Sustainathon, and we continuously, like I spoke about, we continuously have hackathons. This is just one such example we did last year, and we continuously have these. And these are all student-led programs, and all the partnerships with corporates is also driven by the student marketing teams.
This is a serious word for us, Priya, hackathon. Hackathon means people are coming together actually on one subject and they are trying to build up a project regarding that subject. So actually that is really special because students are brainstorming with the business leaders. And that means that they... Yeah, go for it.
Yes. There's a lot of ideation that happens during these events, and the students are so excited in the whole brainstorming sessions that they come up with such amazing ideas, not just for GISMA, and we continuously implement new ideas that they bring in, but also for, the whole, we are in a very different world, right? We are in a world that these students have to think out of the box to make it big in their lives. We are leaving them with a lot of garbage, right, as adults in this world, but these students have to really think out of the box, and that is why I think GISMA is doing a fantastic job in creating that environment for them to think out of the box. And we allow differences, we allow differentiation, we allow a different answer, we allow a student to think. That's the most important part, and I think that's really going good in GISMA.
It is. This is actually how great ideas coming to life and finding their way to the business and in the real life of end users, such like us.
Yes.
So this is
our
advisory
board. Yes. This itself should tell you the kind of level of people that we have who work with us very closely. These are the kind of people who we seek advice from when we are developing our new courses, when we are developing some kind of a service within the whole setup of our university, how to make the whole journey more and more engaging and interesting for our students. And we also invite these people to come and talk to our students. These are also the people, because of our reach with such people, we are able to generate a lot of internships. I must say last year, from the whole batch which graduated last year in December of last year, we had around 50 students who graduated last year, and 48 students actually walked away with a job. That is a very big achievement for a university, and all of these students have actually successfully also got their internships. The two students who did not have a job were actually thinking of pursuing a PhD. So that is also not bad, right? So it is fantastic, the whole engagement that we are bringing in for these students to make sure that they have a good career pathing in place for them.
That's a really good added value.
These are some of our student services. I'm going to wrap this up fast so we can leave the platform open for questions. We do have a support team in place. All students do get that support team for any kind of day-to-day support that they require. We have visa services. Through the visa services, we don't get you the visa, of course. You have to apply for your visas in your home country, but we will guide you with the entire visa application process. What are the documentations required? How should it be presented? And if you're getting stuck with somewhere in some place, we can guide you with the next steps. We also help you with the visa services. Once you are here, the student is here in Germany, how to coordinate with the local office, what is the documentation required, and etc. etc. We also have accommodation services. Like any other private university, we do not have hostel facility, but we do have a partnership with our different service providers, like some student hostels, and that is an ongoing process. But accommodation in Berlin is One of the most tough tasks, maybe an admission in or a visa in Germany would be easier than getting an accommodation in Berlin. So just make sure that you give us enough notice and help so that we can help you with your requirement. We have career center services for the students. In the career center, again, we don't get you the job, but we can help you with your internships. We can help you prepare for your job interview better. We have mock interviews that are being conducted for students. We work on their, CVs. We work with them on their, probably a German CV is required for an application. We work with them on their cover letters, and if probably a company requires only German cover letter or only German CV, then we work with the students on this and we groom them through it all. And of course, there is a German language support. Every student who joins GISMA in any of our GISMA university programs is eligible to get 2 levels of the German program free, which is A1 and A2 level. However, students willing to go further into the language learning program, then we of course have the GISMA language school, where we offer language program all the way up to the C2 level of the German language. Then you will be speaking like language, at a mother tongue level.
Perfect. Seems like Gizmo covered everything, huh? So
Yes.
for the international students, we know that Gizmo provides the opportunity to try things out and discover where one's strengths lie. And the degree in Germany will open up great opportunities on the job market internationally and in Germany. The economy offers diverse career opportunities that match the students and their goals. That's why this country is also exciting, and thus GISMA, because GISMA enables many more than this. Being a great option, it has actually attracted people and students all around the world.
Absolutely, I agree with you. We can move forward if you want, and so we can allow people to. These are some of the top countries. Yes, these are some of the top nationalities which are currently coming into Germany, and you can see the numbers. These numbers are growing every year by 15 to 20%. So that should tell you how big a market Germany has become as a hot destination for higher studies, simply because of its affordability, also because of the kind of growth that the country is currently undergoing, the digitalization the country is undergoing, which is creating a lot of jobs. There has been a recent discussion about making English as a second language in Germany, which has been proposed by a minister. If that happens officially, and this is on everywhere, you can rest assured knowing that there will be a lot of jobs getting created. So our students are definitely going to be very well placed.
Exactly. Priya, for the sake of questions and answering those, I'm skipping those. But for anyone to
In the meantime, we host here
for anyone to actually know more on the student journey and more on GISMA, you can always refer to the GISMA website on those videos. You can trust on us because we want to have the first video as well, but you can find it as well in the website too.
Absolutely.
And those are some kind of outcomes for our graduates. You see over here that there are many well-known brands, worldwide brands that our students employed by, and actually average bachelor, master, and entry degree is just with the salary is growing rapidly, and with the employability going higher. Priya, do you have 1 or 2 words to talk about here?
I just want to tell everybody that if you're looking at Germany as a destination for your students, it's a fantastic market. It's a robust and it's a very ripe market for new jobs, new mindset, and a lot of growth. If there are students looking at an international destination, Germany could be a very high demand for their careers, for their growth here. So you can see the average salaries that we are talking about. These are comfortable, more than comfortable salaries for you to survive in a country like this, including the inflation.
Sounds amazing. And Nivdata, I see you raised your hand, but I'll in a minute come back to you and our Q&A questions and answers. I just want to make clear that if you heard what I heard, GISMA should be an amazing place for your students to study.
Yes.
And in order to direct and start enrolling your students with GISMA, and you should, I know you should probably in the system and familiar with GAS Gateway, but if you are not, and if you want to go and apply directly to the GISMA and be a partner of GISMA, you can right now here from the screen, go to the QR code, open your cameras and scan the QR code, and you can redirect, you can be redirected to the GAS Gateway. Thus, this is enabling you to register easily to become become a partner with GISMA. And if you go manually to the website, here's the create application phase, and having a GISMA under your schools is the first step to start enrolling. Actually, I advise not to miss any more time on that because March is close, nearly at the end. And this is the time to start your application, so you will get through the process and then more easily start enrolling your students with GISMA and GAS.
I want to also add here quickly, when they are
please go.
joining, when they are applying on the GAS Gateway, they need to click on both the GISMA logos that they see. They need to click on the GISMA Business School and also the GISMA University of Applied Sciences, so that because they are two different contracts, and we will ensure that you have two different contracts with us, so you don't miss the boat.
Thank you for raising this, Priya. For the moment of being, the initial target is to have your registrations with GISMA Applied Sciences and with GISMA Business School. I advise you to just register for both, because in the future, very future, we are going to hold language school webinars for you to know more on GISMA and how GISMA provides a great language school program, and how you can send your students there for them to finish their language programs just before the start of the new year in September and October. So please go to the website GAS Gateway and register both GISMA Business School and GISMA Applied Sciences. Now, our favorite parts, questions and discussions. I saw a hand who wanted to speak. Quickly checking question and answer section as well. Priya, if you want to prioritize a question, please do.
I just see one question. Maybe get the questionnaires of visa so we can prepare our students. So when you talk about visa questions, that is a visa officer asking. I would never know what he might ask you. So, it is important that you prepare the student. The student should look very motivated to come to Germany. And I must also say, if a student is prepared to come to Germany, he must start learning the language. Even if you show A1 level of the language, or say that you are enrolled in the German course and studying, it will show that you are keen and your intent is in place to come to Germany, even though you might be coming into an English speaking course.
Sounds
Upper
great.
age limit as a student, there are no upper age limits. I started my master's program in Germany at the age of 39, 4 years ago. And there is no upper age. I had classmates who were 55, 56 years old. So there is no age for education. You are more than welcome anytime you think you are ready to become a student.
Good to know. Right now we have a attendee who wants to speak. Nivedita, I'm going to allow you to talk. If you have your question with you, you can ask Priya and I. Nivedita, if you want to speak, you can have your question right now. If you are unable to speak while though you raise your hand, you can always type in the question and answer section. We are here to help you. Other questions, I'm checking through question and answer section. We already replied to visa question and the MBA question. Seems like we are all set.
I had one person asking for an email address. So if you do not have an email address or a contact point in your region, please feel free to reach out to me at priya.rao@gisma.com. Maybe Guru, you can show that slide where we have the email address in place. And feel free to reach out to us, and I will guide you to the right person who handles, you know, your region.
Yes, here are the details for our contact addresses. You can ask your questions directly to Priya regarding GISMA and to myself with anything in mind. Don't hesitate to reach out.
I see that Nivedita has raised her hand again. If there is anything we can help you with.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Hi, Nivedita. Yes, you are. Please tell me.
What is the opportunity for the international student as a part-time work, and when, how long it will take?
So, good
Approximately.
question. So when you come in here as an international student, you are allowed to work straight away for 20 hours a week. So to begin with, let's say a student did not get a job, which is a rare case scenario because Berlin is a very high growth startup market, and every student is able to get a job within 1 to 2 months time. Of course, you cannot expect to get a job in 1 week's time, but there are some smart children who come here already with a job before they have landed in Germany. So you can start doing that also, and I'll advise your students to do that, to do networking online, start applying on LinkedIn for internships and all that. However, on a positive note, so a student is allowed to work 20 hours a week, and it adds up to 960 hours in 1 year's time. Let's say your student did not get a job for 3 months, 4 months, probably was just being unlucky for a while. His number of hours do not get deleted. So whenever he starts his, let's say he starts after 6 months of being in Germany, in that calendar year, he can do every day full-time work and use his entire 960 hours. German government is very, very flexible with that. But of course, you cannot miss your classes when you're working. That's the only thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
does it help you?
Yeah, it's helped me. Thank you.
Okay, most
Perfect.
welcome.
I just wanted to add that we, before the session, this webinar session, we held another session about Germany job opportunities. And
Yeah.
if you reach out to me or Priya, we can provide you with the link where you can learn more on the job opportunities and while you are studying, if you can work or not. And afterward, after your studies, you can have a visa for 18 months to find a job in Germany and work in Germany. So these are really great options and availabilities. And if you want to learn more, please do reach out. And for this moment of being, do we have any other questions? Anything in mind?
May I?
Sure.
Madam, may I know the medical leadership MBA or the safety and security related healthcare MBA is available over GISMA?
No, we currently at GISMA, we only have a global MBA, which is an AMBA accredited program. That's about it.
That
We do
is
not have
related
any
to
of the
the
medical programs. We
that
don't
is
have.
related to the medical part, madam.
Not at all. No.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so for as a reminder, you can go and register and create your application, and you can be partnered with GISMA from this direct QR code. And if you have any other questions coming into your minds after this session, we have already shared with you our direct contact addresses. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you all for participating, sparing your time. And personally, Priya, I learned a lot today from you, and it was a great session about GISMA. And we want to know more on those. And in the upcoming days, we will have more webinars and more sessions about GISMA, about this beautiful school, great school to send your students.
It is.
And
I can start with your application.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please
Thank you
do.
everyone for attending the
I'm
event
reaching
today.
out.
It was really Looking forward to working with you all. Thank you for your time today.
With 18 of people, we are here
Yes.
to reach out to Priya. And thank you for your information that you have provided to us. Without further ado, we can close this session. Thanks for participating.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.